So for my invention, I got the typewriter. It's beautiful. I mean, look at mine. It's got all these keys and it makes noises. But this isn't a good typewriter. It's from 1963. It's old. It's just generally gross. We have to go way back to find the good typewriters. We have to go back to the future. So in 1575, this guy, Francisco Rampezzo, makes this thing called a scrittera tattile, which made imprinted letters on paper. What does he look like, and what does his machine look like? I don't know. Nobody knows. It's 1575, this guy's not famous, so he probably never got a painting or done or anything. Either that, or this guy was Satan incarnated. Anyways, fast forward. In 1715, a guy named Henry Mills makes a typewriter. I mean, we really don't know, but there's a patent for it, so it's presumed he made some kind of machine. In 1829, America finally caught up to this British guy and William Burt and made his version of the typewriter, and it's actually somewhat okay. Bit clunky, but okay.
Hey! Hey! How y'all doing?
However, these are just the main people who made developments in typewriters before Christopher Latham Schulz, Frank Avenhall, Carl Gilden, and Samuel W. Soule made the first commercialized one. Now, there's literally hundreds of other people who tried to design a typewriter, but let's just run over the most prominent few. Augusto Fiorentino. Legend says in 1802 he made a typewriter for his blind sister whose vision was failing and couldn't use a pen. Pellegrino Turri invented carbon paper and used the first typewriter in 1809. John Jones took William Burt's idea and made a somewhat better version in 1852. Francisco Giazzavita managed to make a typewriter out of wooden knives in 1861. Giuseppe Ravizza made a typewriter where you could finally see what you're writing, while the British guy named Denmark Hansen made this monstrosity that somehow almost went into commercial production. And kind of did, as you'll see later.
This kid's definitely on crack right now.
Yeah!
There's nearly hundreds of patents, but for the sake of time, those are the most prominent. Now, back to Christopher Schulz. He and his priorly mentioned friends designed this in 1868, then James Dunmore told him to keep developing it and actually started investing in it. However, soon everyone realized there was no market and sold the product to Densmore and Yoss for $12,000, aka roughly $233,477. Then Matthias Swalbach swooped in and made a prototype and designed it and got the manufacturing company Remington to sell it. At this time, a British guy named Denmark Hansen's monstrosity had actually caught on and spread through Europe since it didn't need electricity. Pretty much if you were on any side of that Western Hemisphere, then you would have heard of Denmark Hansen's ball monstrosity typewriter. However, this didn't stop the standardization of the typewriter, and by 1910, almost every single one looked the same, as shown in the images here. Development still continued on a smaller scale, which led to beautiful things like my old typewriter here, but eventually the market was wiped out with the inventions of computers and that.